Guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, beautiful day, still snow on the ground. Guinea quarter from the farm, north side. We're gonna go over some more equipment, part 3. Final video of the equipment tour, 25, 2026. Cold storage and some real cold storage. We'll get to this stuff on our way out. Keep a lot of iron outside because of lack of barn space, but nonetheless, we got the most expensive stuff inside. Let's roll this door open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, now we can see what we got in here. We got a skylight along here. This farm was purchased back in 16. It connected a 40-acre piece to our other 40-acre here. Nice addition, and it came with these barns. Starting off, this is my wagon tractor, John Deere 4440. Dad got it from an auction. This is all this tractor really does is sit on the bagger all year. Now, when we used the silos in the past, we used 6 silos, and we only put up 2-3 bags a year. So that's all this was used for, bagging 3 bags. Well, now I'm a full-on bagger, almost 12 bags. So she's been working. But you can see when he got it, it had excellent rubber, and we don't run it down the road. Like you said, she sits on the bagger. I think it's only got 7,200 hours on it. Very clean, nice tractor. Came with a whole front set of suitcase weights. Just a good yeah, here it is, 79, so almost 8,000 hours. Change that in the fall of 2025, it says. So this is a good, this could be a mixing tractor too. And then here's my original mixer. Luck now, bought it at an auction. Not a bad rig for my first one. It won't work in my bunks now because it's a flat rack conveyor and it don't come up. I kept it in case we had something really go wrong where I had to mix feed. I'd dump it on the ground, scoop it up and put it in the bunks. But I'll probably keep this for a while. It's starting to get some holes in it, but it worked pretty well. We'll get into this part here when we're done. But let's keep going over here. We've got this spreader here. This is a backup manure spreader. Now, over the years, I've contemplated on trying to sell this. The boys try to talk me out of it. Been in here for a while. I mean, we're keeping new manure spreaders, so I don't know how bad you need a backup spreader sitting in here like this. But nonetheless, they won't let me sell it. So, and this was one that we used to use, a New Holland 195. They like backup stuff, you know. Here's our chopper, 6910 auction find. Again, actually, this, going back to the spreader, this was like a Canadian auction buy. Dad bought it and towed it home and bought it for, it's been a backup for a while. Well, we did use it once or twice, but not very often. 4-row corn head. Let me get up in here. This chopper, has been extremely good for us. Tires are on backwards. We rotate them every couple of years. All the guys are always asking, why you got your tires on backwards? It's so that the stalks, it runs the stalks over in a different spot, because them stalks, man, they're tough as heck. And that way, we'll see right here. See what that does to them tires? These are going to have to be swapped again, or maybe they already were, but it'll just beat the crap out of them tires. And these are, it's a heck of a rubber. You're not going to wear them out. You're just going to puncture them. But Dad bought this at an auction up north. Supposedly the guys didn't maintain it too well at the time, so he brought a bunch of oil up, dropped the oil, changed the oil, drove it home 3 hours. Had it for quite some time. Had to put some patches inside that spout. It's our main horse. We'd like to upgrade this to a bigger, beefier one. But when you start chopping, and it takes you about 2 weeks to get done chopping, and then it sits here for 11 months and 2 weeks, it's hard to just justify upgrading this kind of stuff when when you're only using it for a couple weeks out of the year. But yeah, this is a mean machine. See a little patch here? She's had some use, but this came with a buddy seat. Long time ago. Older machine, but nonetheless, does a good job. Now we're up, we can see what's going on. We got a bump and run car. That's gonna race at a county fair. That's my younger brother that builds them. 2%. This is our John Deere no-till drill. 20 foot wide. Again, auction find. The old man pulled this baby home and he barely got it down the road. Has the good Yetter markers on it, but now that we've got auto steer, we got those Sapphire 7000s. We don't use the markers. Let me try to get around this thing. We don't use the markers. We use auto steer, but well, let me get all the way around. There's a nice old picture window someone saved. That looks like a picture window out of my house growing up. I don't know why we saved that. We're gonna have to get rid of that. But yeah, very good shape. Worked on it quite a bit. You got to work on these, but they work well. Here's our backup pull type chopper, John Deere 3970. Now the one we use, the 3975, they each got their own hay head. Oh, this one looks like it's got a heck of a little ding in it, but we completely rebuilt our other one. And then my brother Greg, if you remember last year, he had a great idea saying, let's chop third cutting with this. What good is having a backup chopper if you don't know how well it's gonna work? So we pulled that out and we chopped. We realized it might need a new band or something, or new paddles, because it was kind of wasn't blowing it in the wagons as well as it should have. But nonetheless, we saved our main chopper. We didn't chop third with it. It's in the barn over there. I showed it in one of the other videos. So our backup's good. So we've got 3975, 3970, and then we've got this for corn silage. We saved that for strictly corn silage. I talked about that in another video. That's why we do it. It's nice having backup equipment. John Deere 7720. Bought this 1 year ago. Only about 6-7 miles from us, down in Elmont. I drove it home. I did a video on it. Grant and I got in it, drove it home. I wanted this tractor. This is a big two-wheeler, big frame. You don't see a lot of these for sale. And so we went for it. It wasn't cheap, but pretty all-around clean rig. So you had to put an ETU on it. That's a different steering setup. That's so I can run the auto steer. Yeah, there's the plug for it. I ended up rolling soybeans with it. Last year we rolled soybeans. I knew this would be, it's just a big tall rig for it. Planted beans with it. Hooked it onto that no-till drill, no-tilled some wheat with it. The outside tires here are pretty bad, but the inside rubber's like new. They ordered this 4 remotes. The guys we bought it from were the original owners. 4 remotes. This thing's got an E range. It goes about 28 miles an hour. All we did do it was bring it home, check the filters. Dad put a sticker here. Change oil, change all the filters, air filters. Strapped a shroud on it from 1978 off of Peterbilt, and she was field ready. So far so good. Only had it for 1 year, and it ran like a dream. Guys, quick pit stop at home. Tell you about today's video sponsor, Brooklyn Bedding. I can personally vouch for this company. I've ordered 4 mattresses and had all 4 delivered to our front door. With your Brooklyn Bedding mattress, you get a 120-night sleep trial along with a limited lifetime warranty and free shipping to your door if you live in the U.S. The best part about all of this is that Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped from their Arizona factory
USA. We took Brooklyn Bedding Sleep Quiz, which takes information about your sleep positions and firmness preferences to suggest the best mattress for you. We've had our Brooklyn Bedding mattress for over 3 years and we love it. What I like most is the temperature control. It's not too hot, not too cold, perfect for all climates. We've also got new pillows and new sheets for our new mattresses as well. And the bottom line is just a lot easier and safer to order online and get it shipped directly to your door. My wife and I have been sleeping excellent and waking up feeling very refreshed. So guys, we love our Brooklyn Bedding mattress and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out brooklynbedding.com. You can click on one of the links below and get 30% off your mattresses with code KIPSIGLER. You can support the channel by mentioning Kip Sigler Farming in your post-purchase survey.
And then last but not least, our John Deere 84. This was with us since I was in the military. We're talking 01, 02. Dad bought this first big purchase ever for him, really. And we've had it ever since. We used to work ground with this. We'll get out to them discs. He used to pull 30-foot disc with this thing and make it snort. Over time, we've got 9400s, 9560R we've got right now. This went into semi-retirement mode. I planted beans with it before in a vine, but now we've got that one. This is it goes on the corn planter. So these things have really went up in value. I don't foresee us selling it anytime soon. I mean, yeah, I'd like to upgrade to a newer machine, but this has the ETU on it. So we run GPS on this too. It's auto steer for planting corn. But yeah, basically plants corn. Oh, and he does chop hay with it. We'll hook the 3975 to it. Or we hook that backup chopper to it. And it just rolls down first, second, third cutting hay. It's pretty much in retirement mode, but that thing snorts. Huh. When you start chopping with that, you can hear that thing over a mile away. Wow, 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 wow. That thing will make a chopper scream. I wasn't intending to really come into this side of the barn, but I did want to show you this 5020. Dad's had this for years. We thought about selling it. I don't know where he got it. More than likely he got it at an auction. I need to pull it out and use it. Pull chopper wagons with it. But I mean, she's big and wide, duals. Very nice original tractor. We haven't gotten it out in a couple years, but we will one of these days. You guys have to remind me in the spring, get that thing out and run it. This is our better seed wagon, J&M, auction find. Dad pulled that home fairly recent. I mean, within the last 3 to 5 years. But it was a close auction. It was like an Attica. And I didn't even know they had it on there, but it works good. It's got a roll tarp. We ended up putting that auger mate on there. And that's so you can just hook on that with a pickup. And then you fire that. It's a whole hydraulic system. You can plug your lights in. And then here's a newer Super Duty. Dad lets us use that for the cattle trailer once in a while, but that's custom two-tone. They didn't make them like that. He had that done. He don't mess around. He likes nice stuff like that. He's a particular kind of guy. My uncles and family were. My other blower, I need to get this out and sell it. A lot of guys don't want to pay us for it because this was a nice blower, 62B, I think. Yeah, that's a heavy-duty honking blower. If anybody knows it, interested in it, I'd probably sell it for $1,500. I think we bought it for twice that. They sell for even twice that. They sell for like $6 grand probably. Here's a desk out of an old school. Look at that. What's it say? Eclipse. Yep, Eclipse. That's these were, you never know what you're going to find in here. And last but not least, this looks like a 68 Camper Special Ford F-250. Dad found this in the barn, and another one in Attica, and he pulled the trigger on it. He likes old trucks. This thing runs like a top. It's all oiled, completely original. It's got low miles. Guy had it in his barn, and look at the mirrors, man. Guy had it in his barn and passed away. And I think what happened was the kids, and that's common. The kids ended up selling off, and now he's got it. Moving on, cold storage. 980 John Deere field cultivator, in darn good shape. We just see all these shanks. There's not a lot of slop in them. Now, if we ever decide to sell this, and you're a smaller farmer than us, and you're nearby, you might be interested in this. We bought it off a bigger crop farmer, but he bought it and then he went to no-till. He didn't use it a lot. So we ended up buying it. It was our main rig. Shoot, 32 foot or something. Yeah, I think that's 34 foot. And so it's our backup rig now. I didn't even use it last year, I don't think. But we want to keep it in case we have a problem with our, I think we got a 48 footer now. But I mean, eventually we'll probably part with it, but it's nice having a backup. This is my dad's trailer. He picked this up, and I don't know if that's a wood chipper or a snow blower, but we're not even gonna really look at that. He's always got something going on. But this was a disc we bought on auction, went and got it. Again, I don't think we used it last year. Blades are getting there. They're not, they've seen better days. They're pretty, looks like the back's been rebuilt. But this is a nice Kraus disc. 4990 Kraus. This was our disc we used a lot. You always need a disc when you're a dairy farmer for discing cow manure, or, well, like right in here. You're spreading manure, and look at that, look at the field. You got to flatten that all out. But those are some beefy tires. That's a nice unit. But this is our main rig, 32 foot John Deere. Them disc blades are, well, they're a lot better than them. I don't know the number on this, but this is our main discing rig. Come out of Canada. Actually delivered it in pieces, gang by gang, and we assembled it. My brothers and I and Dad. He was directing us, moving around with a skid steer. Yeah, 32 foot 1 inch. Can't forget the 1 inch. But there's our disc. Moving on. Yeah, there used to be a big hip roof barn here. We had to take it down and pile it up. Guy had cattle and stuff. But those are the main sheds we just come out of. But yeah, there was a big bunch of cement here. We're about done with the project. We just got one little area to do. So about a year ago too, we came home with this roller, custom shop built. I think it's 35 foot. That was another reason why I wanted to get that two-wheel drive tractor I just showed you. I want to get it hooked up for auto steer, because there's no markers on this thing. And when you're rolling beans, you don't want to overlap any more than you have to. So once I got the width, I plugged it in, and I had markers on my screen, so that worked out good. This thing, I didn't know about it when we first got it, but then I was pretty much the only one that ran it. I rolled probably 400 acres of beans. I mean, she's completely shop built. This was a Great Plains drill frame. I found the tag on it. But whoever built it did a good job. Got to be careful unfolding this thing. I've learned that. We demoed a Mandaco, and I learned that you got to be careful unfolding any of them. They're just, you'll mess them up. But yeah, this thing did a good job. I didn't know if we were just gonna get it and then upgrade it, but from me using it, this thing's gonna last us a few more years, at least, until you find something a little bit better. This did a heck of a job. I was spreading in this field, and we farmed it this way. I was spreading that way home, but that field was just flat. That's what you want. Moving on, getting close on equipment here. Brilliant Colopacker XXL series. This Colopacker sat outside. We needed it to go behind the big cultivator. I think it's like 48 foot. The thing's huge. So I decided, I had it in the barn last year, but then I had to jockey everything around this year, and I said, you know what? This packer sat out most of its life, and we had to replace some hoses on it. You know, you'd never think it sat out because all these hoses have been replaced, but been a good one. This came from auction, Dale Stamp. I know some of you Michigan guys heard of them. They used to be a dairy farm. But yeah, it came here. You see they used to put the tire pressure right on there. They're good farmers. So we ended up getting it. Worked out well for us. This is an older Brilliant, but for the time being, we're gonna stick with it. It's no sense in buying something, like I said, you only use it a little bit. And last but not least, we've got a New Holland 1475 hay bine. We used to cut all our hay with these exact mowers. Some were 16 footers. We had two 16 footers. This is an 18 footer. If anybody's interested in this, you could still use it. If you want it for parts, we'd sell it to you. Reach out to me. Been sitting here for a while, trying to figure out what to do with it. And but yeah, she worked when we parked it here, fully functional. But it's 18 foot. It's a son of a pup to get down the road. You guys know how that is. But we had all our fields in the back 40, so that's kind of why it didn't bother us too much. But on that note, guys, that was part 3 equipment tour. That's gonna be it for the equipment tours. I'll put them all in a playlist so you guys can, if you want to see the first one, the second one. But that's mostly equipment. Now there's still some bale wagons. I didn't show you my Coon speed rake. That's at a different location, but there's not enough stuff there to really worry about. The tractors are the main thing. So that note, take care, guys. Have a good day. Warmer weather coming soon. God bless.